All right, welcome back everyone. I hope I'm audible to all present in the class. Thank you for your acknowledgement. So we have started the journey of RESTful services, and we have discussed so many things. What is the agenda for this week and today's class is? Today we shall start the journey with one of the important topic, which is one which follows one of the principle of rest, which is Spring HATIOS. Then we shall see about REST API unit testing. I hope all of you have watched my unit testing videos, at least 1 hour content. If you have, I have been telling you from past 15 days. If you have watched, that means you are serious. If not, I will not teach you unit testing. I will use unit testing. Okay. Then we will see Spring Boot application, how it can be integrated with the React application. All right. And in upcoming weeks, I will discuss, in upcoming classes, I'll discuss batch processing, which is using the Spring Batch, a bulk data, how to process, and after which Redis server, Kafka and Spring Boot, how to connect multiple databases, and the project. Apart from this, I will start with AOP and Spring Security. Then next week we shall start with the other topics. Fine. So this is the case for this, and after which microservices will be left out and we shall start that journey. Microservices will be given to you in two forms, recorded also, live also. Live also will teach you. You will also get recorded content from Naveen sir and myself. Both the videos plus, I mean, those are not that half classes live, half recording. That is not the case. You will get full recording separately, which is self-recorded, full live class separately. Okay. So let's start this journey, guys. Hatios principles talks that how do we give the information to your REST client? Whenever you develop a REST API method, how do we give the information to our client, the one who is going to seek help of our API? Instead of giving all information, whenever you give some information and attach links to that information. If they want, they will only click. Most websites, many things you might have come across wherein if you want to know more things, they will be link, get more, know more. Or maybe in the e-commerce websites also, if you search for something, you will be getting some information. If you want to know more, then again there will be link and one pop-up. If you click that, then you'll get more things, right? So all this follows Hatios principles. As a backend developer, how do we implement is what we may have to see here, right? So I would like to go back here, and you can see, guys, any documentation I'll show you. What it says is the output, the one who's going to get the result. See example, few information of customer is there here. If they want to know more information, you are to the same result, you are attaching some links. If they click, they'll get more. Fine, all of you. So few information, customer information, and some extra link to it. And many websites you might have come across. This is the principle of Hatios. I would like to go back to Spring Initializer, guys. Yesterday also I have done that. It is a new API call only, Chavan. It's a new API call. Okay, you're just attaching more information to that existing given information. Okay, guys, you can see here. Yesterday also I had done for one more batch where my voice was almost gone. Still I could able to do it, and I'm wondering. Guys, here, Spring Hatios application, Spring Web is there, Spring Hatios dependency I have added, eases the creation of RESTful services, RESTful APIs that follows the Hatios principle when working with Spring or Spring MVC application. All right. Even if you want, you can go to the official document, which is there here. Migrating, how to use these principles. See all this, how to attach the links, how to create that link. The document is there. How to attach one more link. All these videos are available here. Fine, every one of you. So this Hatius principles is what we are going to implement, which is not so difficult. We have to use one predefined class, web MVC link builder, can assist their creation. Using this, there are some static methods present. Using this, you just have to invoke them. By using this web MVC link builder, you can create. See here, web MVC link builder simplifies building URIs, simplifies building the links which you want to create it. Hypertext as the engine of application state. Hypertext as the engine of application state. No, state. So this is what I would like to do it. I would like to go back. I think, did I generate that project or yet to generate? Did we generate this, guys? I would like to generate this project. The project will be generated. It is generated. I'll go back to my downloads. I would like to take this, go back to, I think data is your workspace, right? I would like to close this, close this, close this, close this. Data is your workspace. I would like to add this project here. I'll say right click, extract all. I would like to extract. I would like to delete this. Fine there. I would like to just go and import the project, import the existing Maven project. My Eclipse screen is shared, right? Every one of you. I would like to go back. Spring Hatios application. I would like to add this. The project is loaded. It's taking some time. Guys, in general, those who are attending from the beginning, I hope everyone understood the ecosystem as a Java developer, how to develop applications using the Spring framework, Spring Core, Spring Data's API, and have a big picture of RESTful services, how things works in the Spring application development. See, specific things you might forget. Example, if I suddenly ask you to write a code with MongoDB, you may have to refer it. You may not remember, but you know how to do it. Hate use today you are learning. Suddenly, if I ask midnight, you cannot recall the predefined classes names. That's not possible. But what is the context? How to do it? If you know in general, if you are versatile, if you have understood in that way, that's where the success comes into picture, right? Other things based on how many applications develop, that depends on that. I will say a rest. Difficult in layer based. Layered approach is very easy actually, Ganesh. In the Spring Core also I talked. Please once again watch in the core. You will get the context of it. That's the easiest one. It's actually eases the development. Anyone in the class has the problem in layered approach development, guys? Is it something rocket science or something? I might not know. So if those are facing any issues, rewatch the videos. Once practice, develop 1, 2, 3 applications, it will become a cakewalk to you. Alright guys, I would like to go here and say course. Okay. One model class I'm taking on which I would like to work the data. It's normal model class. Every time need not to store in the database. I would like to say here private, maybe integer type of course ID, private, private, string type of course name, or maybe name I'll say, or course I'll say, whatever it is fine. Private, double type of cost. Okay. Hmm. I would like to go here, generate the setters and getters. I would like to go back and generate the toString methods. I would like to go back and generate the strings using fields and strings using zero parameters. Hmm. Saved. Normal model class, guys. Nothing extra. I would like to go back here, right click and create a class. My REST API. I'll say here course controller, REST controller. As all of you know, I'll say REST controller. I would like to go back. I would like to give one method. I'll say public response entity. I will say here course type of data I would like to deal with. I'll say get course info. I would like to say here course type of course equals to new course. I would like to say here maybe ID is 1. I will say DevOps with AWS. I would like to go with this. Excuse me, guys. The weather in South India right now is you can't imagine. From my home to come to studio, if you are in Bangalore, you might know already. If you're in Bangalore or other Chennai or any other city, it took a lot of efforts, and everyone's health is created issue. Oh, same in Central India. This weekend, I am traveling to North India with Naveen sir. I hope there at least weather is not so worse right now. Alright guys, usually this is what we are going to do guys. I'll say here return new response entity entity entity. I would like to say here course, and two things I would like to add here. Number one, course, and number two, http status dot okay. Anyone has any issues here guys? Simple. Have you done something like this? I would like to go back here, get mapping. I will map this to get request with an endpoint called as course information. Done. All of you present in the class, I would like to take this. I would like to take this, add one more API wherein I will say get all courses info. I would like to say here I need a collection of courses, not one course. All right. If you are not aware yet, we are coming up with DevOps course, wherein as a backend developer and as a DevOps engineer, both, whatever AWS knowledge is required, that is also going to be covered. Linux commands, shell scripting, 10 plus AWS services, and followed by the DevOps tool, Git and GitHub, Maven, SonarQube, Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes, Ansible. All of that will also be covered in this course of 4 months, starting from third weekend of January till 4 months, Saturday, Sunday, 9 a.m. Indian time to 12 p.m. Indian time. Saturday and Sunday, India, 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. 3 hours a day, Saturdays and Sundays. It will go for 4 months. You can let your friends know if they are interested inside this course. A lot of efforts have been put there. I would like to go back there. I would like to go back there. Maybe I'll say only DevOps. Only AWS is one more course. I would like to just go back here and create a collection. I'll say course. I will say courses equals to new array list. I would like to say here course, or it's not needed in Java 7 onwards. I would like to go back here, and in the next line I would like to say here courses dot add. I would like to add course 1, course 2 and course 3. I'm creating a collection of courses. Okay. All right. I would like to go back here. I would like to say course 2. I would like to say course 3. And that is what I have added, guys. Done. Everyone in the class. Very simple, guys. If you invoke this endpoint, you will get multiple courses information. If you invoke this, you will get one course information. Any problem so far? Now, as per the Hetios principle, everyone who are in the class, alongside the information, I should be attaching some references for the other information. Link, through a link. If they want to know more on this, they can just click to it. For which we have to use some of the predefined classes of the Hetios. The dependency which we have added, it is web MVC link builder. As you have already seen this in the document, link builder. Within this, or maybe I'll say a dot link to, I may have to specify where you have to link, for which again I will reuse the name of this class and invoke one method called as method on. Documentation will share. Okay, I'll share course, all course information. Documentation only will give you all this. You should know how to work with it. I'll say dot method on. I will specify which controller. I will specify here which controller. I would like to go and say inside this controller, inside this restrict controller dot class, inside this, I would like to close this. I would like to close this. Inside this, it is an overloaded method. Inside this, I will say dot get. What is the name inside this? Which is the name of a method? Get all courses. I want this to be attached in that link. Inside this class, create a link of a resource. That resource is present inside this class. Name of a resource inside this class is get all courses method. All right. And now I'll say dot with relation. The link name I'll give what should be displayed. You can give any English message you want. I'll say get all courses. Whatever message you want, you can give. Need not to be only this. See, this is not the endpoint, guys. Method name I've specified. This is also not the endpoint. Okay. And the return type of this particular method is a link itself. I would like to go back and collect it. So one link is generated. Now, what is the next step if you ask me? After the link is generated, this link of this extra information, I want to attach with this course. Right now, if you invoke this particular endpoint, you will be getting only course. Alongside this course, I want to attach some extra link. If my end user is interested, if they click it, they will get more information about the courses, upcoming courses, for which I have created a link. And that link is of a course or a resource which is present inside this controller by this name. Link is ready. This link I want to attach with this, for which I'll go back to my course and I will say here extends representation model. I would like to import. It is not importing. That means there is a difference in the class name. I will say here representation, or maybe some spelling mistakes, representational, I guess, model. Let me try to import this. Okay, again there is representation only. I'll go with representation model. Okay, import option is coming right now. Okay guys, see here it is coming from Hetios, and as per the inheritance concept all of you present in the class, the moment I have told extends here, don't you think whatever methods are present inside this class got inherited here? Yes, no, maybe. Kindly see, did I hard coded any add method here, guys? Any method by the name add, did I hard coded here? No, right? I'll go back. I will take the reference of course object where actual course information is there. I will say course dot add, and I will add this link. I would like to add this link. Link is added. Finish. Now course object has this information. Alongside this information, I have added the link also. One link also I have added. I would like to go back and deploy my application. I would like to go back here, right click, run as a Spring application. All right, guys. It is deployed 8080, no context path. Okay. If I have to go back to my browser, this is the endpoint, guys. If I hit this endpoint, if I just print this, guys, you see here, you are getting the information about the course. Alongside that, are you getting one link also with the name get all courses? If you click this get all courses, then it will redirect to this one more endpoint. Fine. If I have to take this, go back to my Postman tool. I would like to, you can see here, same it is there here. I would like to click this, guys. If I click this, are you getting this? Information is there. Apart from that, one link is also attached. If they click this link, again they can get more information. Now how this will be, given to end user with the React developers help, that is a different case. But they will be getting some information, and remaining information they can access through the links. So this is how you can ease the development of giving the resources to client. And this is recommended by one of the principle of REST. It is part of 5 principles of REST. One of this is hate use. Please give the resource to a client in this style. It is recommended. Fine now. So I hope all present in the class got the picture of what hate use is talking about. Now, of course, as a human, as a developer, every day if you're not creating a link, these methods, these class names, you cannot recall. It could be anyone in that matter. That's a general understanding. But if you go through the document, you should be knowing it, how to build it. And what is the concept of hate use, that you should be knowing it. And if you know that, it is sufficient. Now, how can you remember all the predefined classes names and methods names as a human, guys? All the annotations which you use very often, all the methods which you use very often, those names will not forget. Will you forget, guys? Create repository, JPA repository, paging and sorting repository, get mapping, post mapping, REST controller. These things will you forget? No, because that is something day in and day out of your development is involved. Apart from that, like a web MVC link builder, in the batch processing, some of the predefined classes, Apache Kafka, many things are there where the classes names for the first time and very often you use it. You cannot recall, for which you should be going through document. If you have developed the application once also, if you have a picture, then by going through the document and developing, you'll not face any issues. Fine. Not explicitly, Suresh, you're wrong on this. Your understanding itself is wrong. First of all, this is one of the option of developing. First question. Second thing, explicitly why? Why explicitly? You are not at all getting what is hate use. If you have you not come across with some of the applications where few things will be there, in that few things you will also get one suggestion with the link. Want to know more, load more chooses. If you click there itself without reaching to a new resource explicitly, are we reaching to new resource explicitly here, Suresh? Are we going to the endpoint and reaching out to explicit new resource? No. There only with the existing information, I'm getting option of accessing new resources related to whatever information which we are seeing here. So this is different than what you are telling. Please rewatch entire Spring if you have any ambiguities here and there with open mind. It is not harm, and you can watch it in 2x speed also. It will be a good practice also for you. Fine, guys. Now I would like to go through the one more application, guys, which is Spring application. All of you, for which can I use existing Spring application, guys, if all of you are okay with me? Spring Boot and React, because React application is built based on that backend Spring application. You will not be building the backend based on the front end, guys. Whenever the front end and backend comes into picture, based on the backend, the front end will be built. Remember that point. Okay. Now, whatever application I'm going to give you walk through, it is same as what we have done so far. There is nothing extra there. So for me, I feel there is no point of me creating everything again, because it is the same old story. Okay, and I don't have any VS Code in my current system, for which I would like to use one more of my system. and give you quick walkthrough. If you feel that something is different here, I don't understand, please recreate the project. I don't mind recreating it. Okay. Allow me a minute of time, quick minute of time, guys. So this is also very, very important applications. And after which we shall go towards REST API unit testing. I would like to go back here. Hmm. All right, guys. Just let me know if my screen is visible to everyone in the class. Is my screen visible, guys? I would like to go back here. Listen to the backend, okay? First of all, in the backend application, we have an entity class, a model class. Look at the model class and tell me any changes, guys. Anything extra I have added there? I've given the column names. That's a different case. We can give that. Anything extra which we have not seen so far? All same old game. So do you want me to create an application by writing the same Pojo once again? There is no point, I guess. Repository, guys. Anything extra I have written here? This is STS, Spring Tool Suite, same as Eclipse. 95% of the UI in Spring Tool Suite is same as Eclipse. Vaibhav. But is it not looking like Eclipse only? 98% of the UI is same here. Guys, repository tick mark. If all of you give permission, can I go ahead? Then all the operations which I'm performing here, these are the CRUD operations I'm performing. Getting all the students, registering new students, updating the students, deleting the students. And this is the implementation, same old story of the implementation also, which is not different based on whatever we have done it. No difference here. Apart from this, I would like to go to the controller, guys. See, in the controller also, you might see in place of this, I have used this response entity.ok. It's same as what you can see here. This is also same. This is also same. Both of them are same. Apart from that, there is no difference in the controllers also. Same thing we have done earlier also. Yep. There is something called as web config. I'll talk on this. For now, I would like to comment this. I would like to go back and comment this. So guys, based on these endpoints, which we have here, I have developed the front end. If they say student endpoint, they're fetching all, they're saving the student. If the student and pass the ID, it is for the update. For delete also same is the endpoint. Okay. See, if they say student, they are getting all this. Based on this information, our team has developed a front-end application. In the front-end application, whenever they want to add, see the React application, guys, on your screen. They are making Axios call to this endpoint and passing the student object. A new student is getting object. It is a React application based on JavaScript. If you are well versed with JavaScript, if you know React, try to understand syntax. If you don't know React, if you don't know the JavaScript, please don't see the syntax and get confused. Okay, ignore that. And see whatever endpoints I've given using the Axios, how they are making the call, post request, passing the exact endpoint and passing the student here. For update, this is the endpoint. Put request, you can see. For the student list, get request, you can see here, it is delete, and get request is also here only. See, get request and passing this endpoints URLs. So based on our backend, the front end has been built. I would like to deploy this front end. I would like to just go back here. File, I will say here. How to get this terminal? Here only it was there, no? Uh-huh. Edit, replace in the top right only somewhere. Huh? Yeah. I would like to go with, go here, go to the new terminal. Guys, there are multiple ways to run the React application. Okay, again, it's not going to click. Multiple ways are there to run the React application. I would like to go with this. I'll say npm I, npm install. I will say npm install XJS. I will say npm install react router DOM, and then npm run dev. It is deployed in this resource, guys. I would like to copy from here, go to my browser, and you can see same is there here. I would like to just repaste this, click this. Guys, right now no students are there because backend is not connected. Now I will connect the backend. To connect the backend, I'll go back to my backend application. One small change, guys. I'll just go here at the top of controller. I'll implement the course CORS, cross origins, for which you just have to attach with annotation. I am just trying to say that the application which is deployed in this particular server can access all my resources. Allow this application to access the resources whenever it is two different programming languages, two different stacks. The concept of REST template and the web client will not come here, guys. Why? We are not accessing the React application. React is accessing our application. It is reverse. I hope you are able to understand this. Yes, no, maybe? All of you? So I'm just enabling that a React, which is a JavaScript application, can access my resources, which is there inside this port number. Within the server, one different technology, cross origin. One cross origin application is there that can access. Apart from this, no more changes, guys. To integrate React or Angular, no more extra efforts you have to put. I will deploy my Spring Boot application. The moment I deploy my Spring Boot application, I'll go back to the browser, guys. See the changes here. After deploying the application, I will just refresh this. See, data is coming from the database by default. If I have to add the new records here, for an instance, any new record in that matter, example Vishal, I'll say Vishal @telesco.com. I will say address for an instance Chennai. I will say phone number of Vishal. It is a finisher's batch, for example. I will say here a father's name. I'll say, for example, Birazdar. Guys, I would like to add the student. See, Vishal is added here. All the functionalities are working fine. I will edit it. Vishal, what is your current city? I'm editing the information of the Vishal for an instance. Pune. I will say Pune. Okay. Don't worry about all the spelling mistakes, guys. It might happen. I would like to say here update. See, the information is updated. If I want to delete some information, I would like to say delete. Information is deleted. All the functionalities are working fine. Making sense, everyone? It's not a rocket science to implement the React and the backend application, guys. But one more part I want to tell you that this is the case whenever you are developing an application which has one or two or few controller methods. In the real big enterprise application with n number of end users, there we might have 50 controllers. We might have 100 controllers. In that case, do we have to write this in 100 controllers? We can have one common configuration also. In place of this, you need not write this at the top of controller. Comment this. I'll save this. Go back to one more configuration class, and one time configuration I will do it here. You need not to put any extra things. Configuration which is implementing web MVC configure interface, and you're just telling I'm adding the cross origins. They can access any resource with any endpoints, and these many HTTP methods are allowed. Application which is residing in the server can access our all resources which are there in the backend. I have enabled here one common configuration. If you write this, then you need not to go and write in the controller at the top of this. If the application is a smaller and a basic application with minimal controllers, at the top of every controller you may have to attach cross origins. Suppose if it is a bigger application, one time configuration also you can do it. I would like to go back and deploy my application, the backend application. Let me go back here, run as the Spring Boot application. Run as the Spring Boot application. The application is deployed. See guys, cross origin annotation I have stopped. I'll go back. React is not running right now. I would like to deploy this once again. How many of you are React developer here, guys? How many of you are the React developers in our classes? Yes, no, no one. Any React.js developer? No idea on React. Others in the class? Angular, little bit. Yes, I am Anil. Aditya has basic idea. There was a time I was also a React developer. I had worked in a projects. I have, one batch in 2020 to 2 years back, 2.5 years back, Naveen sir had launched. Backend was blockchain. Front end, the entire React I have taken care. JavaScript and React. And I had developed in one of the government project as a React developer. Smart city solution projects, the dashboard used to build and everything I have taken care as a front end developer. But uh, after that, I have never touched React. And today, if I just look at the code, I can try to relate, but I cannot develop independently. I may have to get back with 1 or 2 months of self training. I would like to go back and say npm run dev. The project is again got, guys. I would like to go back here. See, again, it is back. Example, I would like to delete this. It is deleted. If you want to add, you can add it. I'll say add the project. Whatever is the name you want to give. Oh my goodness. Anything is fine. The data is added. If you want, you can delete the data, edit the data, whatever information, there is no change. Fine. So integrating the React or Spring application is not a rocket science, dear friends. It is very easy. It is not how it has been hyped. Oh, integrating backend React. No, it's not nothing more than this. It's very, very easy. All right, every one of you. Two options are there. Out of two options, whichever you are comfortable, you can go with it. Fine, no? So this application, how to access the front-end application, if you ask me, in the main method class of the application, which I'll be sharing with you. In the main method class, guys, this information is available. Front-end application is available in a repository of Gaurav. Gaurav is our back-end, developer, also my student from 2 or 3 years back when I had taken the Spring Boot. He was a student, then he had worked as a developer. So in our Telesco right now, he's a senior developer. His GitHub repository, the front end you can clone in the VS Code, and how to run that front end application, that information is available in the main method file. So I will be sharing this backend file with you. In the backend only you can find the front end code also. Okay. All right, guys. So this is about the React application and Spring Boot integration. Not so how, but guys, this is not all. As a coder, it's fine. By using one cross origin annotation, we can do it. Very easy. Nothing. If you have 10 controllers, 10 times you have to use that and we have to specify which origins. Very easy. But in the interview, they will ask you about, tell me about cross origin, CORS, tell me about course, for which they may grind you more. If you have answered, you cannot say just cross origins. And what is the purpose? Whenever two applications with a different stack and technology merges, integrates, we may have to use the cross origins. That is not one-liner answer. After the class, if you get a time, go through Chat GPT or any of your resources, any YouTube or Chat GPT, just to search generic information about CORS, not specific to only Java or Spring or React, or not just about this Java specific, because this concept is not related to only Java or Spring Boot. This is generic concept. Okay. Just try to have a more insights on this topic as well. I would like to go back here. This is done. Now the next part is unit testing. Guys, unit testing video, my Udemy course I had shared with you. Suppose you don't have time to watch Udemy course, Naveen sir YouTube channel, unit testing, my video is there. More than 70,000 people have watched that videos of mine on unit testing. If not, go in your course dashboard is available. Unit testing using JUnit 5 or JUnit Jupyter API. JUnit 5 or JUnit Jupyter API. I would request you to go through this. There, unit testing is all about assertion. Assertion means verification. Unit means a method, guys. If you have developed a unit, what is your expectation and what actually unit is generating? If reality is matching with expectation, test cases pass. If not, test cases fail. Very simple. Nothing more than this. But REST API unit testing is different. What do you mean by that? REST API unit testing, why it is different? The way, guys, whatever REST API methods are there, are we invoking that? Or it will be invoked by dispatcher servlet based on the request, guys? Based on the web request, based on the web browser request, dispatcher servlet will invoke our REST API method, right? As a developer, we don't invoke. For an example, if I have to go through any of the application, kindly see here, guys, all of you, any application you take. Okay, kindly see here. I'll go back to any of these controllers. See, guys, this method I'm invoking. Developer is invoking by taking the reference, by injecting the actual implementation of this, using the reference, I am invoking. But whatever method is there, register passenger, as a developer, am I going to invoke this method, guys? Am I going to invoke? Are you all there? So based on this endpoints request, dispatcher servlet is invoking this method, right? Internally, it's a web request. Upon web request coming to application, this method is getting invoked internally. Now, if I have to test this SAP unit, the way I have to create a web request, a fake web request, then invoke this method and then test this. And that too, always remember, unit, I have recorded that video but not yet uploaded in the Udemy also. Unit testing must be done. Unit testing must be done in isolation. What do you mean by isolation? Suppose, guys, you have developed one unit called as alpha. Great, you have done this, wonderful. You have done one more developer number B has done the unit beta. Great. I have developed 4 lines. In between there was a need. I have invoked the beta method. Again I have developed this. Now I am performing unit test case for this. I am testing this unit. But unit test case is failed. I am wondering where I went wrong. This part of the code is correct. I have to invoke the method correctly. I am invoking the method. I am writing the remaining list correctly. So this code is correct. Why test case is fail? Why? Because you are not testing your unit in isolation. You are invoking one more method. Maybe this developer has done some magic here. Legendary task here, he has done it. Because of this body, this unit is getting affected. And you are running your test cases. Your part as a developer is correct. As a developer one, whatever your task is there, perfectly you have developed. Just because of someone else's code, your unit is failing. Are you responsible for that? So unit testing must be performed in isolation, referring to you should not be dependent on someone else's code. Someone else has done this. You are not responsible for this. Then what to do? Whatever this method might do right, create a mock of this. Like the way you have a mock interview before the real interview. So create a mock scenario of what this method might do. Don't really invoke this method. Don't really use this method. Create a mock behavior of what this method might do. Then you have to perform the unit testing. And that's where the concept of mocking comes into picture, for which many frameworks are there. One of the framework is Mockito. We have Power Mock. Many frameworks are there. I would like to go with Mockito framework to create a mock scenario of what this unit might do, so that I'm not depending. If something goes really wrong here, I will not be affected when I perform the unit test cases. So my part of the development will remain legit, and I would like to just test that. If it is part, that means my part is over. Are you all there, everyone in the class? What is the need of mocking? Why we may have to go with that? So that's where mocking comes into picture. Guys, whatever Udemy course is there, no, there are 4 more parameterized tests. 4 more videos are uploading this week, and next week hopefully I will upload the mocking with Mockito also in the existing course. Mocking video also will upload in the existing Udemy course. Okay. So this is only REST API unit testing which I would like to do it, Pramod. In the video it is not there. It is not Spring. It is Java. It is generic I have recorded. But same goes for everything. Same here also, assert equals only you will use. Okay. I will do it in the live class, REST API unit testing, Pramod. How to test a unit which is a REST resource. How to test this particular unit I will show you in the class, live class. And since we are invoking service methods here, so is it testing in isolation, guys? No. This unit is dependent on some other unit also. If this unit is dependent on some other unit, can I perform unit testing In this case, directly no. I have to create a mock behavior of this. If not, my unit is dependent on someone else and it is not isolation testing. If you want to test units, it should be isolated. All of you are there, my dear friends, everyone. So that I will be doing in the tomorrow's class, guys. I cannot speak. My voice is almost gone. If you don't mind. Tomorrow I will discuss this. Whatever I have explained, no, I'll keep in mind that I have explained to you this. What is a need of mocking? Have you understood, guys? Why mocking is required? It's in the interview ask question. Because unit testing must be done in isolation. Without mocking, many of the units we might have to invoke some other methods. See, in that case, we cannot test our units in isolation. To make sure that we are testing our units in isolation, we have to go with the mocking. Okay? Sure, Pramod. After this, guys, tomorrow's class, I will discuss this part. Apart from that, I might discuss batch processing. Batch processing, I will discuss only with one condition. If not, I will ignore this topic. I will not do this. One disclaimer I will give. If all of you are okay, I will discuss. If not, I will avoid this. Disclaimer. Understanding the process, how the batch processing to be implemented, or trying to understand predefined classes names. Predefined classes names and method names. If you try to understand, those methods names, classes names are not easy to pronounce. Those names are not every day you are going to write. For the first time you are getting exposed. By looking at the class names, method names, if you are getting worried, I will not do this topic. If you want to follow the actual process, names doesn't matter, because as and when the version changes, the predefined classes names also will change. The methods names also will change. Earlier, to create the documents using the Swagger, we used to use docket. Right now, docket only is not being used. Right? The names of the predefined classes will change based on the new versions, but the process remains same. So your focus must be on the process, how to implement batch processing, not on the predefined classes which I am going to use there. Are you all there with me, guys? Everyone? Yes, no, maybe, guys. Everyone in the class. So how it has to be implemented, I will show you. Process you have to see, not the names of the predefined classes or methods. As and when the version changes, the names of the classes also will change, but the process will remain same. The purpose will remain same. So that is what you need to understand in the batch processing after the REST API unit testing. Okay. Sorry, guys. And then day after tomorrow's class, Redis server and Spring Boot application integration, multi-DB configuration I will discuss. And AOP I will discuss after that, followed by the Spring security. Okay. And then microservices is what we are going to start. Actuators also I'll discuss tomorrow only, guys. Very simple it is. Predefined endpoints. Spring Boot supports production ready features. What do you mean by production ready features? Why we say Spring Boot supports production ready features? Because of the actuators. With the help of predefined endpoints, you can get to know about your application. How much memory it occupied, how many beans are loaded, what are the names of those beans, how is the health of your application, whether it is up or running. All these things also I'll discuss. GraphQL or Anurag, Apache Kafka, anyone I can discuss. Let's see. Okay. See, like this, there are many associate concepts are there. They are specific to the project. We shall see on this. We will try. Kafka is what I was thinking. It's not how many lectures. It is about how many topics, Ganesh. Someone can teach entire microservices in 2 hours. They will cover all of these things. Is it about hours? No. It's never about hours whenever you see the content. What if I will just do some time pass in the class instead of productive 1 hour? Like the way I try to make productive 1 hour, I will just teach 10 minutes concepts, and here and there I will talk and I will take 30 classes. Oh my god, 30 classes of microservices. Oh, is it about number of hours, guys? It's about what are the topics which I'm going to cover. I will cover every topic of microservices. I will talk on Eureka server, service history. I'll talk on Zipkin server. Okay, after microservices, I'll discuss GraphQL also, guys. Zipkin server, admin server, Spring Cloud config server, Fing client, API gateway. I will discuss on circuit breaker pattern and how to make application resilient by implementing resilience 4J library. Resilience, how to make your application resilient. I will discuss on this. I will discuss API gateway. I will discuss the circuit breaker pattern. I'll discuss a retry pattern. All these topics which you must know as a Spring Boot developer in microservices, I will cover. Fine, no? Suresh? So as a Spring Boot developer, what microservice topics you must know about, guys? You must know about load balancing, API gateway, routing, filtering, circuit breaker pattern, retry pattern, Zipkin server, admin server, Eureka server, which is a service history, and Spring Cloud config server. And you should know about the Fing client. All this topic you must know. I will take all these topics. Okay? Yes, no, Suresh? Or you don't care about the topics, you want number of hours? No response. Are you unhappy that I have not told how many hours? Okay. So approximate, if you ask me, more than 1 week. 1 week it is not possible because I have to implement so many. Minimum more than that is needed based on how many hours of classes we take. Okay. Minimum time is 1 week. Minimum time. It will extend surely. Kafka also will do it. Spring Boot and Kafka integration. What is the purpose of Kafka? But Apache Kafka is a big topic. I can discuss in 1 week. I will not discuss Apache Kafka. I will just integrate Kafka with Spring Boot application. And there is a request of GraphQL also. I'll try to discuss that also in upcoming classes. Okay. Likewise, 1 or 2 extra topics I will just try to discuss in the class. It's 1 or 2 day extra also. It's not a case, nothing we are losing. Okay. So guys, that's all for today. I'll not be in a position to continue. I'll attach these documents in the course dashboard, guys. And tomorrow, actuator, REST API unit testing, and the Spring Batch processing I will discuss. Day after tomorrow, Redis server, and if time permits, Kafka or MultiDB configuration, AOP, Spring security, all the topics of microservices, and then the other remaining topic. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being with me in today's class. Thank you, Vaibhav. We shall meet tomorrow exactly at 7 a.m. and continue the topic. By chance, if you have not yet watched this video, please do watch it. Unit testing. I'm joining class since month because I'm suffering from dengue. That's why no problem, Munazza. I could not see in your classes, but good that you are back. I hope you're doing fine. And just try to catch up by watching the pre-recorded videos. Okay. You watch whatever classes we have completed first, Muzazza. Try to finish all the topics which we have already covered. Okay. It will make sense because there is a dependency of the previous topics here. Guys, whatever code you see here, if someone is new to the world of Spring Boot, for the day one, if I show all these things, they may feel Spring Boot is the most difficult part. But tell me one thing, guys, is it something rocket science here? No, right? For the first day of Spring classes, if I just give a walkthrough of this, most of them will take the refund, they'll go back. They'll think that Spring I cannot understand only. But after learning the fundamentals, these things are nothing. All right, guys, anything which need to be discussed, please let me know. Everyone in the class. Saiji, okay. Yeah, Pramod. Allow me a minute. Guys, Spring Boot, I will attach, I mean, React and backend Spring Boot, I will attach in the dashboard directly. And this Hatios I will attach right now. Where is this Hatios concept? Okay. Board work also directly I'll attach there only, guys. GraphQL, I'll do it. One or two classes, let's have on that also. Because people are asking that, that is being asked in the interviews. So if it is asked in the interviews, it's not good to avoid it. Pramod, you want to talk or you have to chat? If you want to talk, raise your hand. Yeah, Pramod, you can talk to me. Is Pramod audible to others, guys? No, because I also cannot hear. Pramod, we cannot hear you. Okay, sure, no problem. I think we are not able to hear Pramod. Or maybe Pramod left the training. I'm waiting for him to join back. You are not audible. Just raise the hand once again, Pramod. Talk now.
Am I audible now?
You are audible. You are audible.
Yeah. So, hmm, so actually, I am doing one of application that login one, that JWT token one, but I am getting
Okay.
one of error there. Like, can I? Yeah, actually, not an error. It's coming from static users, which I just configured there. So it's getting from
See,
there.
wait. First thing is you are achieving token-based authentication, correct?
Yes, yes. Let me share
Point
my
number two
screen.
is whenever you are using token-based authentication, you are using JWT, correct?
Yeah.
Now, two things are there. JWT token generation is a part one.
Uh,
Part number two, token verification. The issue here is in the token generation or token verification.
Uh, both are working working correctly, but issue
Okay.
is when I am trying to do with database, because we are just configure their bean where we are statically given username and password and role.
Hmm.
So we are just trying to configure it bean. So from bean it's working fine, but when I'm trying to connect with database, so I'm not getting how we can connect it. So that's problem. So I can
One
I
second.
I want to share my screen and show you. So what exactly I
Screen
need.
is not like you cannot say unless you are a part of panelist. But I'll show you one thing. Wait, I have done that in my earlier batches. How to see, there are two things. One is directly by adding the values by ourselves for 2 3 users, we can easily do the
Uh,
verification of authentication. But if what if there are multiple data? If we are
data,
storing the data in the database also, I have done one application where I have implemented bcrypt algorithm. The moment someone logs in, the password will be implemented by bcrypt and stored in the database.
yeah,
And
same
then
this
we
thing
have
same.
to retrieve that and we have to decrypt it again. We have to do the authentication. Such applications I have developed earlier in our live classes. For you also, I will do it. But since you have asked it,
Yeah, because
uh,
I am facing this issue with I am also using bcrypt when we
okay,
are decode encode it, and after the
okay.
encode we are just compare this token with which we have provided. So by this we are just authenticating.
Hmm.
But now I want to try with database.
It is possible. This is the code for this. Okay.
Uh,
See here. See, this is what you might have done
yeah,
it.
you this one done. This one done. Yes.
This manually you have done it.
Yeah, this it's
Uh,
working fine. If we are
this is
working with this,
fine. In that
yeah,
case, if you want to do it by yourself, then you have to disturb the authentication provider. And this user detail service, you have to disturb it. I would like to go back here.
user
Uh,
detail service where we are calling that repository and getting our username and password from database. Right?
exactly. So that is what I'm doing here right now. I'll go back here and see here authentication manager. I have done it. Bcrypt, I have done it. And user detail service is there. I would like to go back and where are these classes of user detail service? This is my token. In this token, I'm doing the verifications of token extracting and claiming the verifications and user detail service. Great. Okay. What you have to do is instead of if you want to do it, then
Hmm.
you have to disturb the existing behavior of user details.
So user details, this user detail service we are written here.
Ah,
So in this user detail service, we need to create our OAuth service where we are connecting with database our repository. So
and you
when
have to
I'm trying,
disturb this authentication manager. There is something called as DAO authentication manager, which you have to discuss. And if I have to go back here, let me go at the top. I would like to go back here, right click, open the declaration. I'll go back here, open the declaration of this class. This is the interface, but for which we
hmm,
have written in the implementing class here. I'm just
yeah,
trying to find out that class. Yeah, You can see here, we have user principal, we have user my user details, where I'm
Ah,
verifying by taking from the database.
okay.
It is representing by user principal for both the cases, and then we have user service, which is our repository. And this is the class I have implemented, which is implements user service predefined interface.
Hmm.
And here is where I'm just taking the data from the database and verifying it.
It's I'm doing, but what happening here when we are implementing with user detail services,
Ah.
so it's providing two beans are existing there. That kind of error is providing. So if I create any repository, if I create any implements user detail service, so it's providing like this errors. Too many beans there. So
Mhm.
we need to authenticate provider. Okay, type of authenticator provider we need to provide the this one.
I'll do one thing. I will share this project with you, explore, and same thing I will do in the live class also.
Yes, please. If yeah, please share this one.
I will share right now, and most probably this week on Thursday we might start, and next week, maybe by the Monday, Tuesday, we might reach to this token based authentication. And whatever project I'm showing, no, something similar we will also do in our live class step by step.
Okay.
First, like you have told, I will do with the static data. Then second, like you have told, we will connect to database and we will do this token based authentication there together. Okay.
Yes. Yes. So by static, I am able to do that.
It's easy. There is nothing. But after
Ah,
fetching
that's
from the database, that's where the problem comes.
yes, yes,
Especially
yes. That's
that too,
going on.
if the password is stored by encoding it. See, this part is there. If you
Yeah.
are encoding and storing,
Yeah.
no,
After bit.
again the problem.
Yeah.
Extra. Because whatever token we are generating based on that, whatever user details we'll get, and whatever is already stored in the database, then we have to take that. And both of them are not direct passwords, they are decrypted. So then we
Yes.
have to do it little bit. You have to disturb the predefined classes authentication configuration, and you're done. I will discuss that.
Okay.
Okay. But right now I will share with you. You can just compare these projects, and then definitely we will discuss this together in our live class also in next week class. Okay.
Yes. So in this project, you are storing that decrypted password, not
Yes.
directly and not direct
Not
password.
directly. I will store directly also. Then I will implement Bcrypt. Both I will store. And for both, if it is Bcrypted stored, no.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever my end users will pass, whatever is there in the database, both of them will be in different format. Then how to do the verification? All these things I will discuss.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct. Okay.
They are important only, and we shall discuss this. Okay.
Yes. Sure.
I will
Actually,
just share.
actually,
Yeah,
I am
please tell me.
yeah. Actually, I'm looking for new opportunity, and that time the interviewer asking this one question. So same, I'm trying to do that, but I'm getting problem in that.
No problem. See, these things will happen, uh, and whenever interviews are there, if you are okay with 70% of the questions, also they will consider you even if something is not there. But they just want to understand that will you be able to solve such issues if it arises in the real time.
Yeah.
So, what is your approach is what they want to understand. But yeah, how many years of experience you have?
Total by full stack, I have 4 years of experience,
Okay.
and recently, actually, I was in a Wipro,
Okay.
but
Well, what is the stack you have worked on?
Spring Boot and Angular. Angular 7 was there where I worked.
Okay. Okay.
But from last 3 years, I worked with Jira development side where we are doing like uh,
Hmm.
Forge and sorry, script runner using
Hmm.
Groovy. So that kind of I did. So just brushing of all those things a lot, which we I did before
Okay. Okay.
3 years.
But this experience will definitely helpful with this brush up. I hope you got one good, quick brush up of your existing knowledge.
Yes, yes. So that's going on and getting lot of knowledge there. Just to brush up all those things. So it's getting help from this course. So
Great.
just go actually some people actually most of companies need microservices indeed.
Of course, of course.
By Spring Boot they are not okay with. only Spring?
Nothing. Microservice is not a big deal. Learning microservices is like you should know about service history, how
Yeah,
to register multiple microservices in that registry, then how using the admin server, how to access the all the endpoints of your application actuator endpoints,
the
using
that
Zipkin server performance you're testing, using the Spring Cloud server. You're separating your applications and the configuration properties, application.properties file separately and actual code separately. How to separate that? Fin client within that, how one REST API is calling to one more REST API. Because microservice means creating multiple REST APIs instead of only one API.
yeah.
Right now it's only one API. So how to communicate in place of REST template? We have Fin client there. Then after learning all these things, we should know about API gateway. The one like a front controller in the MVC, the one who will take your request. After taking the request, how it will route that request to different microservices. And what
So
if you are communicating two microservices, if there is a issue, how to make your application resilient, how
yes,
to
that
implement circuit breaker pattern. If you
yeah.
learn this means you have learned microservice.
So I created multiple services, communication also done. They are doing with Kafka. Then we created Kafka in Docker as well. That's fine.
Mhm.
Now problem is there like where we are creating those all those service with
Mhm.
API gateway, just
Mhm.
providing this application
Mhm.
to front end as Angular. I have provided that.
Mhm.
But problem is where we are circuit breaker, load
Mhm.
balancing.
Mhm.
Then we have like dynamic instantiation, like more than one
Mhm.
instance when we are getting
See,
traffic on that service.
huh, huh.
That kind of concept we are lacking.
How to implement, how to make your application resilient, circuit breaker pattern and retry pattern. That I will
Mm.
discuss. Load balancing is automatic load balancing.
Yeah,
It
load
follows
balancing is just
internally
dynamic
round
and
robin logic.
that one, yeah.
Round robin technique,
Round
and
robin.
I will not be showing in cloud. I'll myself deploy the application into multiple server just to show that how the round robin technique is getting implemented. But if you go with the real time, what they do is you have two options: buy the servers manually or go with auto scaling. Auto scaling is cloud. Why? Because sometimes we might expect that we may get 1 crore end users at a time streaming
Mm-hmm.
application it is, but for that 1 crore we might have to deploy our application into 100 servers to divide the load. We have manually purchased the 100 servers and we have deployed, but in place of 1 crore only 1 lakh people came. So many servers wasted, lot of costing, so much of
Mm-hmm.
money wasted. For which cloud we have auto scaling concept we have in the cloud. In my DevOps course I will talk on how auto scaling happens in the AWS. In my upcoming DevOps with AWS course I'll talk on this. But now what I'm trying to say is that if you go with the cloud, then the auto scaling, like if there are multiple users, automatically your application will be deployed
Yes,
into
yes,
multiple servers.
yes. So just I'm looking for that kind of knowledge, like because if you do it, so it's going on. I'm doing the services created, all those things. But when we are getting that interview type of question, main key points in our development,
How to make your application resilient? They'll ask this question.
yeah, resilient and how to get it, like if something bad happened with our application, like circuit breaker, how you
Circuit breaker,
manage.
why? What is the need of circuit breaker? What is the need of
Yeah,
retry? How can that
yes,
be implemented?
how you
People
implement
answers
it.
Histrix. Earlier to implement the circuit breakers, we used to use Histrix, but Histrix is outdated from the Spring Boot 3. It doesn't support.
Mm-hmm.
Spring used to support that till Spring 5, 1 to 5. That means for more than 1 decade of time, uh, Spring Boot developers used to use go with this Histrix, but it's not there right now. We have something called as Resilience 4J that is by default implemented by the Spring framework in the Spring Boot 3 onwards. So how to work with that also I will show you. It's not that much difficult. We will discuss all these things. They are very very important parts only as you discussed.
Yeah, so I'm looking around this one. So,
We will discuss, these are important. And upcoming in my other courses I'll discuss on the AWS part, like as a backend developer or a DevOps engineer, what knowledge you should have about AWS. I'll not discuss AWS in depth for the certification, but that will give you enough of clarity as a real-time developer how much cloud knowledge you should have, how much DevOps knowledge you should have, maybe in the upcoming course. But here also, as I've discussed, whatever concept I've listed out, all of that I'll discuss in my live class.
yes, sir. Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, guys. We shall meet again tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Where can I create XML document in error is coming? Can you give me solution? Multiple annotation found at the line. Downloading external resources disabled. XML, if you cannot able to create, Munazza, go to, I will just share my median document. You have to first add some dependency in your Eclipse ID. Only then you can create it. Okay. Hmm. Somewhere you have to go to not help, go to the window, or yeah, install new softwares. Go here. At last, go to what you say. Yeah, it is pending. Go last. There is an option called as Web XML. Click this and install it. Munazza. Go to install new softwares. Click this Eclipse releases. Web XML is there. E is there. Click this. You'll be in a position to do it. Okay. You'll be in a position to create the XML files and JSP files. Result there. You click this and install and restart the Eclipse ID. Then try to see, is this the case with just follow the process which I have shown in the live class. Every step. After installing this, it should not create any problem. Then if not, try to use the STS. Spring tool should ID and see if you can do it. Hmm. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being with me in today's class. We shall meet again tomorrow. Sorry. 7 a.m. and continue the journey. Thank you, every one of you. Thank you.